Yeah. You're in the button? All right.
Welcome to Harleydesigns. And with the guy from...
Welcome back to the Skill Builders Guild.
Guy behind. You're that guy. Wednesday.
I'm the guy behind the guy.
91.
I am that guy. Hello,
really
everyone.
Snuck
Welcome.
up on me.
It's Wednesday, episode
this time.
91. 91 times.
No, we don't.
Came out of nowhere. It was like one
terrible.
day it was episode 1. I got to go back. I got to watch episode 1 and see how bad it is. It's like
just give it a little
watching
bit.
the first episode of The Office. You're like,
Although there's some... A Tamiya sweatshirt. That's
yes,
fancy.
all buttons plus a sweatshirt.
Weird.
Mad delay. It was
$10
fine
because he eats a
5
pickle. No
seconds
pickles
ago,
today.
for crying out loud.
So
Everything was fine.
and then you broke it?
And everyone's like, a million people, everyone's like, you're out of sync, you're out of sync. I checked it beforehand, so I don't know. It's still a little bit out, but you know what?
I swear, I can't believe that it's only Wednesday even. It already feels like it should be Friday, but it also felt like Monday was 5 days long.
Yeah.
One of those weeks.
It's been a long week for me too. I'm finishing up I'm finishing up one job. I'm midway through another, and I'm back to another one that needed revisions after they put it through testing.
Oh, really?
So it's like 3 jobs all in 1 week. And like today was sort of the crux of everything, just kind of going, we need everything right now.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
That's yesterday was a big day for us. We had a new machine delivered. So it's a very stressful day.
This one does your job.
You're right.
It's just a typing computer. All it does is it just double taps photos.
It just likes my own posts. That's what it does. It goes through my own posts and likes them. And then watches my own videos.
I've heard that there's a new machine down VP way.
Mm-hmm. It took many semis to bring it in.
Rosenkrantz way, or whatever you live on, work on there.
Roseville Road. It's not as nice as that name could possibly sound. There's no roses on that road. I actually took a slow motion video driving down a portion of that road today that I'll need to post. I'll put it in my stories later after the stream, because it's like a multi-story homeless shelter built on a hillside next to the road with a wrecked Cherokee into the bank next to it that's starting to get picked apart.
There's still something good on it. We'll find something good.
Exactly.
There's still some copper in there somewhere.
So yeah, it's that's how that goes. But yeah, new machine is there, and now it's just coordinating and supervising. I was there late last night while one of the installers was there, so I turned on your live feed while I was in the office, and I had been there so long that day already that I'm pretty sure that it was because I got up so early why I was getting so sleepy during it. But your calming voice really hit.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Most people were watching and then they just fell asleep, but at the same time that they fell asleep, they also clicked to close the window button.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
I know it's not for everybody. It's probably not for most people, in fact. But
I know.
I like to share some tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks.
Just the tips.
I enjoyed it, and I feel like I probably even learned something. I don't remember what, but I feel like I did.
Let's not Let's not stretch the
I
truth
tell you,
here.
you make opening After Effects seem much less overwhelming than
Right.
because every time I open
Well,
After Effects now, I'm just like, I feel like I hiss at it. Like I open it,
yeah,
close it again. Just
you're like a vampire.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that imposing. Once you've had some time with it and you kind of know what you're doing, it's good. DK, back to the regular old DK. Matt reads me to sleep every night. There's a couple of things that came up here.
Yeah.
Brad Robinson said, Josh, I was at my local shop and there was a Ripper on the shelf. He's labeled the price here. I'll ask you to guess. What's the price?
It's a Ripper that's there for sale, or it's an unbuilt kit.
No comment.
No comment. Okay, I'm going to say $79.99.
Close.
What was it?
$99.99.
$99.99. Okay,
It's $9,000.
yes, $9,999.
And just before we jumped on the stream, I'm not sure if you subscribe to the Traxxas emails like I do. All of them.
I
get
do.
them all. Every single one.
I check all the boxes.
Yeah, just send me everything.
I want to know about boats and quadcopters
Boats.
and
I've only subscribed to the Latrax emails and the boat emails. That's all I care about. But somehow they snuck another one in there. The X-Max V2 or not X-Max.
No,
Max V2.
V2. Yes, I was like, wait, there's another one?
No, just the Max V2. And then I went over to my favorite Basher channel. Guys, we broke it. And I watched an unboxing and quick little demo of that monster truck. It looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm I think you know what, maybe I should pick one of those up. Maybe I should play with one of those.
I might check one of those out too. We'll see. I don't know.
Should we see how many houses we can throw it off of? Like
it's yes. Wait. Throw off?
Right.
Or drive off?
Right.
Doesn't matter.
So, it is funny. Every time a Ripper comes up for sale, someone like sends it to me. I'm like, you can assume that nice. I already saw this. Like, for everyone,
it's like when anybody in advertising that I know, like all of my advertising friends, send me something that's meme-worthy in the RC community.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, you see this dang RC? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah. Or several years ago.
Or a week ago.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this movie, Flying Cars? Yep. It's great. So, hello, Blue Dooley. Yeah. Do any of the bubblies have flavor? I tried one, and I think straight diesel fuel has more cherry flavor than the cherry bubbly. I think you're doing it wrong. Cherry actually is fairly potent. Cherry.
I agree.
Yeah, cherry is.
That one's.
That's like.
It's almost cough.
It's not a suggestion of flavor. It's got flavor.
Exactly. I'm just
Same thing with pineapple.
Pineapple's the best. Mango's probably my second favorite.
We don't have mango yet. Do you have peach?
Awful. One of the worst.
Yeah, not good.
No.
Peach is the
Absolutely.
worst.
They also have a white peach, which is possibly even worse.
That sounds like less peach to me.
And it's not, somehow. You would think. One would think. So
one would think. DK's got some suggestion for stickers. Next round of bumper stickers needs Josh's Tiny Pickle, hashtag Nerd Squad, and Ding Dong on it. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. I'm just saying. There's so many bumper stickers that I'm waiting for the next batch.
I know. There's going to be some good ones in there for sure.
But yeah.
For 10 G's, I could buy a TIG welder and build my own Ripper. Yeah, but it wouldn't be machined, Dave Zilla.
And it's the body panels that are like half of it.
Right, because those are milled out of solid blocks of aluminum.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes
And
it's like, have you ever
could give
seen that
me-
old Looney Tunes cartoon where they're like showing how they make toothpicks?
And they take a giant tree and
That's why our planet's in trouble.
Right.
Toothpicks.
Toothpicks.
Chris Quinn said, "There's a British man with a monster truck that has one of those Max V2s. Because, guys, you can get it in London right now. Or, well, the United Kingdom.
Yeah, which is nearby there.
It's in that area. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a small place, I'm pretty sure.
You can travel across it in like a day.
You can travel across this country in a day. So that's not exactly a fantastic measuring stick.
Travis Gilmore goes, just pick it up and put it on the camera already.
Guys, it's already here.
Whoop-ah. Man, I sure can't wait to check one of those out. Whoop-ah. We don't have it.
No, true story. Let's see. I don't know what else has happened this week. It seems like a blur.
Your news was full of news.
There was a lot of news this week for being
a lot
week
of
with
news.
actually not a lot of news. It's almost like I found a lot of little things to talk about. But that's the trick of the news. It's not always easy ones.
It's the hard ones that the people like.
Yeah.
That's it. This show's over.
Yeah, it's
goodbye.
You know what? There's a shark crossing by us somewhere.
It's true.
It's a very old reference.
Yeah, 2000.
2000 what?
I'm trying to think about how old the Jump the Shark is very old.
Exactly.
It's a very old one. That's from the Happy Days.
That is from the Happy Days when Chachi.
No.
I don't know. What's his name? Fonzie?
Fonz.
Yeah, the Fonz. Wait, is it just
Jumped
the Fonz?
his motorcycle.
Or is he Fonzie?
His name is Arthur Fonzarelli.
Okay.
People call him the Fonz. Or if you're friendly with the Fonz, Fonzie.
Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen a rerun of Happy Days.
Oh, you're not watching the Zoomer channel? Like me?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. There's a channel here called Zoomer TV, and it plays like old ass shit.
Oh,
when TV was good.
Back in
my day. The most controversial. Anyway. Enough of that.
Have you been posting any of these photos of the new project you've been working on?
You mean the one that's good in the snow?
No, not that one.
Oh.
I don't care about that one in the slightest.
You don't? It's right here. I'm ready to show it tonight. It's right here. It's right down here. I'm ready to show it to you.
Well, you can show everyone.
What do you want to see?
That they can hate it as much.
What's the other thing you want to see?
Your Nationals vehicle.
Oh. I've done some work.
So
it's been kind of interesting because if you've been following the Instagram, you saw that I am so comp stance ready.
You are that's right. You did post that photo. Okay. So
yeah,
we do have Nationals coming up. We do have to assemble trucks to compete with in 3 classes. Now,
yes,
it does sound like you are deciding to set yours up for double duty, which is a fine plan.
It's probably the only plan that will allow me to get it done in time.
Right. So,
yes.
Class 1, Class 2, and 3. Class 3 trucks, often not that different than Class 2 trucks, but almost always have rear steer or something like that.
Yes. So, yeah. So that's my biggest challenge right now because as I have it set up, it would be fine for Class 2, but Class 3 will require probably an entire axle swap.
Which is just have your have your pigtail back there for the wiring and all that, so you don't have to get into your receiver to be able to.
Or I could just set it up so it's all ready to go and just lock it out for class 2.
You could do that, or you could just
right, because you can have it on there.
You can have it on there, but and just lock it out, but then you're dragging around your servo and all that junk.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, anyway, you want me to show it to you? You want to see it? You've already seen it, but
I've seen
maybe
a couple of
these guys
those,
haven't.
But
okay, so here's it is right now. It's everybody knows I've done a little series on this, but the Team Garage Hack Sherpa Pro, because it's carbon fiber. You can see that. Holmes Hobbies Edition. I've got some Vanquish wheels with the IFR beadlocks on there, beadlock rings. It's got that crazy, look at that transfer case. Like, I don't even know where straight is anymore, but it's not straight. It's very angled.
Now,
what I had to do here, and you may see this right away, but I had to mirror the motor mount.
Yes.
And the transfer case.
How come?
And the Vader skid in order to clear the offset front diff.
Gotcha.
Because I'm using the AR-45 straight axles right now.
And now that TGH transfer case, it has like 7 degrees of angle built into it, right?
That's correct. And what they do is they offer, when you do this mirror, there's a little 3D printed spacer that recorrects that for when you do the flip.
Okay.
Or the mirror.
That makes sense.
Because you're taking the output, or the input actually, from the motor, you're flipping that around. That's the only major difference. But that would turn the whole thing around, and it's already machined to be angled the other way, so this corrects for that.
Yep.
So you also have to flip the skid too, and re-countersink those holes for the transfer case mount, so everything lines up properly. It was a bit of a thing. I had to watch some tutorials to make sure I was doing it all right.
I can do that.
But yeah, so far so good. It's got a Holmes 2200 revolver V2 in there. Pinion size is small for now.
Small to medium.
Feels like small to medium. I feel like it's got enough go sauce, but we'll see once I get everything figured out. I still have to make my own panhard bar because the stock one does not work.
Well, I am excited to see
the 3-link. I think this is going to be fun.
And to see you give it, going to try and give class 2 a solid go with me.
Yes. Well, okay, yes, I'm going to give it a solid go, but I'm also going to ruin any possibility of competing at a high level because I am printing the whole body for it. So, and this ain't no like 10% infill either. It's 75% infill, so it's pretty strong. It's basically like an ABS.
And you're going to use that for class 2, or you're going to use it for class 1? Have you decided?
I have not decided.
Okay, so
the original plan,
was,
I think you might remember this, was to use Westmade's VW Thing truck.
The Thing, yes, but realized it was just
gigantic,
just too big to be competitive. Yes,
it's too big for class 1. But I've done some more work on this. The basic, it's kind of bright, I know. It's basically just a big box, but I put together the rear panel now, so that's on there.
Added some filler.
Filled within an inch of my life, but that's curing nicely and should be able to be sanded pretty soon. And then I did like a filler on all of the joints too, so it's quite robust.
Nice. That was cool. Yeah. That was a cool little thing to pick up. Jimmy 2 Horses, thank you. $5. Friday night was lit. Built Jimmy's VS410 Black Edition,
Right, I heard that it was a good show. I missed it.
It was a good show.
I'll watch it later.
It was good. Went well. And then Jared Marston. Hi, guys. Hi, guy.
Hello. Hey, guy. How are you?
But yeah, that other than I've got a VS410 Phoenix here to get finished up. And I've got a couple of projects for Rob that I'm going to get finished up. But other than that, most of that stuff is moving on its way, moving out. And
yeah, good.
I don't think I'm going to pick up any other kits from people to build. I've got some projects here and there that I'll work on. But Friday nights, like with Scale Nationals coming and all that.
Start using it for Scale Nats, dude.
Yeah, it's exactly it. It's just like you can come for the company, but it's you're going to see a lot of the same projects probably because only got so much time.
Oh, hey, I've got a public service announcement.
What did you do wrong?
Oh, well. You know what I did. So,
yes.
For Scale Nats, I'll be running the Crawlmaster Mini ESC, which is spectacularly small. It makes these Outrunner motors absolutely silent. And I'm also doing a direct power BLS SHV 500 V3 on for steering duty on that. And public service announcement. When Holmes shipped these kits originally, because I built this kit, it's just a little bit of soldering, not a big deal.
Right.
He included his own BEC. And I went through all the directions and followed along with him as he built his. And then I fired it up and man, it's quiet. So quiet. And then I just blipped the throttle a couple times just to like see how much the motor spins. And I smoked it. I smoked the BEC real good.
Yeah.
Like poof. And it smelled like ozone in here for a few days. I emailed support because I was like, the thing's broke.
Right.
I was just driving it in the grass. And a very helpful guy from customer service he goes, oh yeah, well, did you didn't use that, did you? Because we issued refunds instantly when everybody bought those.
Right, because the BEC was...
Because the BECs are garbage, so don't use them. I was like, oh, that's what that refund was.
Yeah. So if you bought one, you will have noticed a refund.
Don't use it. Yeah, you will have gotten a refund. Don't use the included BEC if it were the first couple rounds. The ESC is fine because it's like just handles that kind of
yes. Yeah, it was not an issue in comparison to the other part.
So luckily I didn't like smoke anything else. I just smoked it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run a Castle BEC with that now.
This was that G-Speed that I built a while back, and I was actually just kind of finishing it up the other night. But that one also has got the SCX3 straight axles.
Nice.
But it's got the TGH2 low rather than the forward motor mount and T-case. But this thing was pretty much all wrapped up. I was, a very similar truck in a lot of ways.
Hold the phone. Are you running Traxxas big bores with Droop?
Mini T-springs?
Yeah. Oh, you're not running Droop though. You're just running Mini T-springs.
Mini T-springs.
Okay.
So, yeah, not Droop. Okay. I'm not a fan of Droop.
I know you're not. That's why I was like, huh?
Yeah, right?
What?
Yeah. So.
I've got the new Proline big bores on there.
Oh, I don't think that's what they're called.
Yes, it is.
Aren't they the Scalar?
They're the big bore Scalar.
Oh, there it is. Just wanted to make sure you got that in there.
Yeah. I hate that word so much. Worst word ever. I guess we could do mail call, right?
You can do mail call. I have one item, and it's not. I didn't
really get very much either. I got 2 RC related items and then 1 non-RC related item.
I got
Grimger said on one of his videos, John mentioned the BEC refund, and an Instagram post too. Okay, I know it's my fault. I know that. That's why I didn't bother them to send me a replacement. I will just run the Castle BEC.
Good to know.
Hey, where's my? I want a new bees. Oh,
I see.
sorry.
So I got.
I'll go first because I'll go first because I've got three items.
3 items. Look at you.
Okay, so, well, actually, I got a lot of stuff, but most of it's Christmas presents for Rebecca, so we're not going to be sharing those.
Shh.
Yes, in our house, we get presents for each other.
For Nicole.
Yeah, because you got nothing. You get her nothing.
Actually, this year, Nicole and I aren't even spending Christmas together. Unfortunate.
Party.
Right?
Party.
I'm not trapped.
You can get a chest pizza.
Oh, what?
Chest pizza. It's where you order a pizza and you're lying on the couch and you just put the box right here.
Don't do that.
All right, so Crawler Concepts sent me some license plates for the SCX6, which if you were on the Instagram, you probably saw that. They asked me what I wanted, and I said, give me the thick boy.
That's too many letters for a license plate.
Not here, it isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count wrong?
We have 7.
I counted wrong. That's 9.
No, it's 8.
It's 8. It's 8.
Yeah.
So I got those. I'm pretty happy about that. And Rob sent me a couple extras. And I was like, I don't think this is for me. I've only hosted that show twice, so I'm going to send these to you.
Oh, okay.
Those are for you. You've got an SCX6. You can put those on.
I do.
People will know exactly who you are. Oh, you're that idiot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The one item I got is I got a replacement for the. I had turned that one of these Milwaukee fuel cutoff wheel, battery powered, into a sander. Like it has the long belt sander on it. Super cool tool, but the cutoff wheel is actually also super handy. So I had to buy myself a new Milwaukee one of those because it's a very handy tool for fabricating tube work. Quick cutoffs.
You're a pretty handy tool as well.
Just saying. So.
Just saying.
If you need
That's
shop
a good one.
tools, ask for Christmas. Milwaukee M12 fuel cutoff.
The Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
The good land.
All right, what else did you get?
All right, so I picked up from a friend of a friend. I got this sick ass
I
12 scale pan car. Isn't that cool?
I was just like,
this is a Tamiya kit.
You posted 2 photos.
Yeah.
And you posted the first one I saw was just the pan chassis, and I was just like, "What are you getting a pan car for?" And then I saw both the Tamiya and I saw the body. I was like, "Okay, well, it's cool." I think
it's sick.
I think it's
and he did a very
to
nice
own
job
RCs that don't have hardly any uses. This is
Josh. This is like a 3-wheeler, but it's got 4 wheels on it.
Yeah.
But I was like, he built it and then never drove it. Sat on a shelf for the entire lifetime. And this is like 9 years old now. I don't know. I even shared it with a couple Tamiya guys, and they're like, I've never seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it worth something?
I don't know. I mean, I paid $3,000 for it, so.
Right, exactly. So.
I traded him a Ripper. I was like, there's lots of those. I get another one of those someday. No, I don't, it's not old, right? It's not, because it's got, if you look at some of the logo work on the Tamiya logo there, that's the new style. Oops, that wheel just came off. This is the new TRF stuff, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know.
Is that a 380 size motor? The wheel.
It is. Yeah, I know.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I did. It slid right off. Oh shoot! I'm losing all kinds of parts now. Don't worry, we'll sort this
Gunnar
out.
Nissen. Yes, for those that didn't remember from last week, Satisfied Jerky, 15% off. And you can use code Livestream Takeover 1521. There's a very long coupon code, but it is in
it's
the
a
live
super long
chat.
coupon code, but it is functioning.
Livestream Takeover 1521.
Anyway, I was pretty chuffed to pick this up because it is definitely unique.
I would say it is. I would agree. It's 12 scale, so you can run it with that FMS Jimny in the background. Oh, that's what we should talk about.
Ooh, yes, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. But I got one more thing that I got for mail call, and then we'll talk about FMS
Yes,
because there's some interesting stuff going on there.
I have lots to talk about there.
It's the RM01 chassis. Yes, thank you, Yeti boy. That much I was able to glean, but beyond that, I do not know. All right, so the last thing I got is going to appeal to almost nobody, but
I do know what this is.
They're also known as Sunny Side Up. They are a PC
Sunny
case
Side Up.
manufacturer. Yeah, that's seriously what they're called. But this is a small form factor PC case. And these things are hilarious because, like, if you have a PC at home, it's probably not this small. And it's all like full-size components, except for the motherboard, of course. It's like an ITX size motherboard.
Same size we used in the RCPC. Look at that.
That's
thing.
right.
It's see-through.
It's so tiny, and you can see right through it. It's the Mesh Licious, and it's got like a USB 3 or USB-C on there as well, and it all just kind of crams all in there. So I'm going to take my existing PC in here and convert it over to this tiny PC. But before I do that, I'm going to customize this case. We're going to make it...
I didn't know it was so... what would you call it? Not transparent, but...
it
kind of is. There's a lot of voids.
There's a lot of free-flowing air. I think that's why it's so popular amongst the small form factor PC community, is because the thermals are ridiculously good. And then there's a lot of people who just go and water cool it. I'm like, well, what's the point of that? It's air. Use the air. Put the air through it, man. Anyway, so that's going to be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that project. And now I'm a PC modder, I guess.
And I mean, it is nice that you'll be able to downsize the case that you're using in that room, since if anywhere needs to have downsized cases, it's in there.
Oh my gosh, I haven't known them
FMS.
at all. One quick. Wrecking Crew Hobbies, thank you very much.
Oh.
Happy holidays to all. Thanks to the two of you and your weekly contribution to RC. Oh, this feels like this is just... I appreciate that. Thank you.
Brian Sherwood, thank you. $2. What's the code for Vanquish? All right, get ready. It's a very long one. It's all numbers, and it's just it's pi. So just put in pi, and then
all of it.
When you get to the end, you will get 50% off. So. And Scott Otto, thank you. Hey, got my Phoenix ordered. Any idea when they will be back in stock, and what KV do you suggest for it? Thanks. I don't have an exact date for you on when it will be back in stock yet, and I don't like giving exact dates. But it's, I don't have an exact date. It shouldn't be a real long wait. As far as KV, 2300 to 2700 right now is kind of my range that I've been doing. Although I do have a 3100 in mind currently, but in my other one, it's right down here, 2700 is what's going in that with a Polar Pro. So Polar Pro 2700 is really where I'm one of my favorites right now. Yeah. But this weekend I was out and I was driving my Capra, which I did a buttload of work to. Matt, did you catch that?
Yes. I saw some of it, and I realized that you also don't own a Capra anymore, like me.
I do. It has stock axle housings.
Okay, I don't own a Capra then.
Right. So I took my Capra and I upgraded the Jesus out of it. I replaced all the electronics. I went brushless. I did a 3-gear swap. I did a UC Fab skid plate that supports that 3-gear swap. I did incision drive shafts, and I did SSD brass knuckles front and rear. And
I got one too.
I did 90 millimeter, the new Incision S8E shocks that you technically can't buy as a kit yet, but you know.
I'd really like to, though.
Yeah, they will be as a kit, just not yet.
Mine doesn't have rear steer, but otherwise, it's also got all that same junk.
I tell you what, though, I'm really enjoying rear steer. Really enjoying.
It's giving you lots of good practice too.
It is, and
that's
I'm gonna push myself to keep doing that. So and driving more, drive.
Drive every day.
Drive every day.
I won't be able to do that because we got our first snow.
So
can we talk about FMS now?
Yes, I brought this up for the reason of FMS. So I took this out. And I was like, I'm going to go to the lake, and I want to practice driving with this. So I took the Capra, and I took my Phoenix, and then I took the FMS Jimneys, the 6th scale and the 12th scale. I'm trying to... I don't know how to put this yet. I was so frustrated the entire time I drove either of those vehicles. Those vehicles are for the person that is far from like me as exists in RC. The 12 scale behind you has about a 1/4 inch of clearance.
Yeah, because it's not a crawler, Josh.
I get it.
It's a scale RC vehicle. It just happens to move.
And as a 12 scale, I kind of get it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Somehow, the 1/6 scale performs almost as bad.
Oh, I know why. It's extremely low to the ground. It's on leaf springs. It's probably underpowered for the size of it.
The bumpers are all the way out, and they're just the...
They didn't make it to perform. You drive your Capra more if you want performance. That's the thing. These are like scale models that happen to be RC. They can definitely be upgraded and modified. There's no doubt about that. But there is no community for that yet because these are so new.
I'm just saying.
I think it looks like these look fantastic. You cannot deny that.
Oh my goodness. The 1/6 scale looks fantastic too. It looks so good, it makes me want to modify it to not suck.
Right. Exactly.
But I still don't think that's the right call for it.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to do a lot to make that thing not suck.
I don't know. It's like you wouldn't have to, though. Because it's a steel chassis.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It wasn't underpowered, although somehow they're using the same... it looks like a 1060 ESC as everyone else, but somehow there is zero throttle resistance.
No drag brake.
No, the drag brake is okay. It's not great.
Not in the driving videos I've seen. Anyway.
Oh. But there is, maybe, you know what? The drag brake might have been hard to realize because it was literally dragging on everything and not moving.
Gunner Nissen, thanks very much. It's not mango, it's carne asada, which is one of my favorites. I really like that one.
The mango habanero.
Oh, it's so good, but I can't eat a whole bag of that.
Of course you can't.
Hurts my tummy.
So I drove it. I took it out and I drove it a little bit, and I was just like, and I put it away. I was like, nope.
Right.
And then I took it out again and drove it a little bit more, and I was just like, I'm getting as much video of this as I can stand, and then I'm putting it away. And I got to shoot a little bit more.
So are you going to do a full up review of the 6 scale one?
I did bench video before, and then took it out, and then I'm going to bring it back, and I am
recap.
Yeah.
See, and this is the thing. There is a all of a sudden it seems like this part of the hobby is getting very big, and FMS is definitely responsible for a lot of it.
They're doing a great job.
Kick-ass looking trucks, whether it be the Jimny or the K10.
What?
No, the Chevrolet, the pickup truck. K5?
K10 is the pickup. But what
K10's the pickup.
When did they do that? Oh, you mean the 1/18th scale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't really consider those RC vehicles. I consider them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get into semantics with you, but they did this one too.
Yep.
Right?
The Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser, which I think could still be a pretty good 18th scale jelly bean.
Now, I will say that I think FMS, especially in like that smaller scale stuff, they found the right mix between like something like an SCX-24 and a Mini Z.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to beat an SCX-24 in terms of capability.
No.
But it will beat a Mini Z and look as good while it does it. And I think that's the key here, is that this is a new kind of niche.
Yes.
They don't do much.
No.
But they look really good when they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because like you can't take this out and put it up like on a course and be like, wow, it's so cool.
I feel like I would enjoy that with any of them if I was running against those same vehicles.
Absolutely. If there were like its own little class,
right?
You did like an FMS 18th scale or 12 scale class, and you all got together and like
you did
were allowed certain mods.
6 scale run with the Rock Hobby Jeep and the FMS Gym, and like it was just like these things. I get that, and at that point, I could probably enjoy it. For just me going out and doing,
no. It's great for video. Like, I love shooting these because they do look so good. But the driving experience, you really have to kind of take your expectations down a few notches.
Yes.
Jay Walker said it right here. He goes, office crawlers. They're like, yeah, for sure. If you had a few of these in the office and you were just goofing around, that'd be kind of fun.
Maybe that doesn't apply to me.
Oh, no. If you work at Vanquish, that's not something that is a thing.
Eric Baker, thank you, sir. You did the RCPC. How about the PCRC and make a crawler out of a computer?
Can you imagine? Oh man! Hey, speaking of RCPC, I sent it out to EVGA and they got it. Did it come in one piece? There were a couple of little pieces got knocked off the tractor. That's expected. The bad news is the PC wouldn't boot because there were some significant, I'm going to call them dents in the actual trailer. So it looks like it got jostled quite aggressively on its way down there.
And your PC happens to be nearly a time capsule.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, so how would we like it seems like the graphics card may have popped loose from its mount and some things may have like come out of there. How do we get in there? And I was like, well, here's the thing. You will need a 0.050 inch driver and a lot of patience because you're not going to enjoy this process at all. I would suggest if you're going to send yours down there, Josh, drive it down there yourself.
I know. I go to LA enough, and popping into the EVGA headquarters, I feel like would be worth the trip.
I kind of.
You know what? I'm not doing anything over Christmas. Like,
hey, there you go. At least they'll have a functioning PC.
I'm just gonna stop
because they're
Joe's
actually
house. Like,
I think they're going to have me in to on a show, like have me on a show in the next couple of weeks, and they're hoping to have it up and running by then. And I was like, I really hope you do. I am so sorry. Yeah.
Yep, that's a good one.
Hello, Scale Meadow Supplies. How are you?
And Wrecking Crew Hobbies, thank you, sir. I'm getting ready to build a Capra. Should I add overdrive to the front diffs or front portal? That's a great question. I did front portal overdrive gears, and then I did underdrive rear pinion gears because I wanted to try and keep the ratio as far down as possible, and that way I stayed away from doing overdrive gears in there. Just did them at the portal. Should keep torque twist performing or as at bay as possible with that combination of adding overdrive. So there you go. That was the route that I decided to go.
Hi, Dan from My Trick RC. Good to see you, buddy. And Brian Harrison, thank you very much. Send me with an 050 driver to EVGA to fix it. Send me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy, Joe. Just, send me a plane ticket and I'm on my way. Mm-hmm. Should have crated it, not boxed it. Yeah. I boxed it very carefully. It's just, it's
a long trip.
It's a long journey, and a lot of angry people probably working at those places, moving it.
Oh, man. Also, Freddie Hammond, thank you. Good evening, guys. What are those wall mounts for your RCs called that you posted on Instagram last night? And do you want another one? Keep up the amazing work. Oh, that must have the one I posted of when I was watching your live stream. Those were called Klingon racks when those were made way back in the day. I don't need any more. I still have maybe a half dozen of them that maybe I could add in there, but I just haven't. But there's 2 layers of them across about a 40-foot wall in my office. Because the office I'm in, there's 3 of us in there. And like I said, it's about 40 feet long probably. And it's 2 levels, and it's just all the way across. So lots of RC cars in the office.
West Desert Wheeler. Hi, Logan. It is Logan from West Desert Wheelers, or Ding Dong.
He says there's a Ding Dong video coming.
I hope that there is. I'll be watching. He did a great comparison between his heavily modded Capra and the standard 4-wheel steer Capra.
I saw that as well.
It was actually pretty great. Really great to see how good Axial did on that vehicle straight out of the box. Okay, he says, Matt, I recently built 95% of a truck from my parts bins. Could you build a working truck with your parts? Asked Josh how many he could as well. Yes, and probably at least 6. I could probably build 6 completely functioning trucks from the parts bins, which is sad.
I think the old chassis would be my holdup, I think.
I think I have plenty of those.
I know I've got like 2 element chassis in there. I think I have a VS4 chassis. I've got a Phoenix chassis sitting here with electronics in it for some reason still. I've got another VS410 chassis right there. Yeah, I could probably I bet I could build within the house. I bet I could put together 5 or 6 complete running trucks
easily. Yep.
I feel
with electronics.
I definitely have the electronics. I feel like there'd be something that would hold me up here or there. Like complete
be very
axles.
Much like.
I mean, the bigger problem is that I've got like 40 or 50 RC cars here that are like 10 of them are complete. So
Logan goes, chassis would be my holdup. Immediately points out 5 chassis.
Well, I'm saying that's probably the thing that would be my holdup. That would be the thing that would limit me to maybe 5.
It would limit you to 5. I understood. Got it.
Oh, man. Ooh, SCX24s though. If you start counting those,
I could easily. Well, in fact, I did. I did that rear steer. Did I show you that? I showed you that one.
I saw your little Instagram post of it.
Crab walk.
Um,
But this was all out of spare parts, mostly from the budget build because I didn't use them.
That's exactly what I like. I've got like 3 or 4 prototype chassis that I made like during the process of coming up with that one that I made for the budget build. So I know that those are sitting there, and I definitely have parts to put a couple more of those together.
I've got this one has the Team Garage Hack carbon fiber chassis on it too because I wanted to save weight.
Right. When you're adding that extra servo.
Adding all that extra stuff on there.
And Jonathan Schultz. What's up, guys?
Wow. Hello, Jonathan. I haven't seen nor heard from you in a while, but I always see him on Instagram holding up stacks
of money with his drag car, beating his dad wherever he was at.
Well, his dad's getting pretty old.
Reaction time, the old man's going downhill. Yes. We should, as we get closer to Christmas, we should do we should have.
Oh, I put the list. I put the list again in the chat in the description. So
I did not.
If you guys are looking for last minute Christmas,
mainly because I need to go back and update some of them since some of the deals have expired and there's other deals popping up. But so like and of course I checked the price of some of the kits when I filmed the Scale News, and then they expired that Monday or the Tuesday. So they were like a 1 week deal. They're like, these prices aren't good anymore. I'm like, God damn.
The Rift is still on sale though, right?
Nope.
Ah,
I know.
Man.
I know.
That was a good deal. If I didn't already have one that's pretty upgraded already.
Yeah.
Man. I would I feel like that one is one to put away. If you have a kit and you're not like building it right away, put that one away.
You think?
Because I bet you people will. I bet you.
Just because you think that they'll stop selling that kit? I agree. I think that the kits are the ones that are.
Those are destined to not last.
Yes, I think that
from a sales perspective, not from like a enthusiast perspective. I think that most manufacturers are going to get away from kits.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, I don't think it'll be long until you don't see axial kits anymore. RTRs only. And I'm not saying it's probably not even a bad decision. I'm not going to lie. It's just kits don't sell in comparison. There's
not anywhere close.
There's a few hundred of us that really like kits.
Yeah, exactly. And we're the ones who buy them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, we sold the 100 that we had.
And then we talk about
anymore.
How mad we are that there's no kits on our weekly live shows.
There's no can't buy kits. But the thing is, they'll do the RTR, but what'll happen, I think, is that they'll be much faster to market with all of the parts.
Right.
This parts support will just be huge.
Yep. Bob back, thank you, sir. Would Phoenix axles be a good option for a comp rig? I think that they would be, and I think that they will be when I use them on all 3 of my Nationals trucks.
How are you going to do rear steer?
I'm going to put a steering axle in the back of the car.
Say that again?
I'm going to put an axle that can steer in the back of the car so that you can turn the rear tires.
Dumb it down for me a little bit. No, are you going to do like a chassis mounted servo then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll fab something up if I need to. I'm not too worried. I can figure something out.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you're excellent at. Never mind. Yeah, because I was talking to the guys at TGH, and I was like, "What would you do?"
Right.
And they're like, "Well, we wouldn't 3-link." I was like, "Okay."
So, yeah, it's there's a number of options there. There was a couple of guys at Scale Nationals that had 3-link in cars without 4-wheel steer. They were just running that style suspension in the rear. I'm not worried about it if I need to do that way, but I'm just gonna say, you know,
Yeah.
that's.
Oh, I'm just saying that's what TGH recommended to me to not do. I'm not saying
I
that's the
think
wrong thing to
for
do.
ease and for, you know, it's always easier if you can just go servo on axle. You know, it's less complicated and everything. So,
well, and especially if you can keep the chassis mounted servo up front, then you're still getting those points.
Yep, you still get the scale points for that. But I'd likely going to try and use the Phoenix axles just because you can get a ton of steering.
Yes.
Which, you know, was a downside of a lot of non-portal axles.
Right.
So
but
ton
are you feeling like you're at a disadvantage because you are running a portal?
I mean, I'm not too terribly concerned about it. But
well, you're not winning. So I mean, there's no reason to be concerned about that.
Right.
That's just like me. I know I'm not winning. There is no chance.
I made it to the finals.
I will
Class
win
1 in Colorado.
Yeah, well,
against
Class
those
1,
guys.
I think, you know, that could be
in my defense, or in my, how would you say it? I don't know how you would say it, but
in your ignorance.
Yeah, I was when I got to Colorado, I put the call out. I'm like, I don't have a Class 1 truck. I would like to buy somebody's Class 1 truck, and I was trying to buy, like, and then Chris from TGH.
You got a lot of calls from guys with just like stock TRX4 Sports.
There was some that was just like not competition ready, and there was some that were, and they were like,
here.
I don't want to sell it. However, I'll let you borrow. I'll let you drive it. I'm like, I want to buy one, and I couldn't find one for sale. But Chris from TGH was like, I'll let you drive mine. You can borrow mine. You have to give it back. I'm like, fine, can't buy it, whatever. So
in your offense, that's what it is.
Yeah, in my offense. And then after driving Chris's, he had one of the Holmes Hobbies winches in it. And I drove that in Class 1. And then I was just like, oh, I really need that. So I then bought one of those and put that in my Class 2 for the next day. Man, that thing screams.
Yes, I know. We talked about this. It almost took off your finger.
So I need to get 2 more of those as well for Scale Nationals. Very hard to find. Going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think
are they? Oh, really? Shoot.
Yep. So.
Well, I'll have to figure out a way to run that.
Actually, that's how I'm getting the sponsorship for the Scale News. I'm just like, how about just give me 2 of those winches? I didn't even think about it. I should have done that.
Yeah, too late. Vidjo said finals with that foam interior.
Actually, I was in Class 1 in the finals. The foam interior was in Class 2.
Right. You didn't make the finals in Class 2.
I did not, but I did pretty well. Actually, I performed well that weekend. But yeah.
Hey, here's a good question. Speaking of Scale Nationals, Matt Sharkey said the Scale Nationals would be my first large event. Is there anything in particular I should expect?
You should expect. Knowing the rules or the type of running is nice, but even if you don't, the only thing that I would stress is trying to make sure that your truck is going to pass tech for the classes that you want to run. Not that you have to worry about it being the best or performing the best. If it is, you're even further ahead. But this is for maybe someone else who isn't aware of this. But just making sure that your truck is going to be able to compete is just number one. After that, prepare to whatever level you feel comfortable going on an event, because even if you are not prepared at all, you're going to have a great time still. Anything you need, you're going to be able to find, because people are super helpful and they're nice. And if you ask a question, you'll get an answer and it'll be fine. So don't.
Yeah, I've never once been to a comp where it's been like a giant pissing contest or anyone is like super mean.
I've
or
seen
really
people get
ultra competitive.
Or
people
whatever.
Get kind of like that, but that is not how the entire event should be framed.
You will get whatever energy you put out at one of these events. If you're nice and inviting, you will just tag along, have fun, And
Oh,
if
you will have a
if you
blast.
break something, someone will likely have the part to fix it for you. If you need
100%.
tools because you couldn't bring all of your tools with you, they'll be there. Like, don't worry. Just
Yep.
get there however you can.
Read the rules carefully. Plan around them when you're building your truck so you're not surprised by a rule later on. Bring spare parts if you have any.
Yeah. If you do, it's always better to be prepared, of course.
Yeah, try to prepare yourself.
But
Test your truck before you go to your first course. It's generally a good rule.
yeah, Matt
Make
likes
sure
to
your
not charge his
pinion is on.
batteries.
I could have done so much better in that one. Oh well. Am I going to do a Road to the Scale Nats video series
Yes,
again?
yes.
Yes, I absolutely will.
We
And
both will.
I should have probably already started
I know.
because I've done so much work on this C2.
You
I don't
it's
know what
better
I'm going to
to-
do for Class 1.
It's better to start
have no
this one.
idea.
We should probably decide on when we should start on that. Or when we
Yeah, well, hey, why don't we start fresh in the new year?
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that'll give us some time.
Gives us some time. We can get some trucks started. We can, or not. We can talk about our plans by then still too.
Chat about stuff, and we can go, what we're planning on doing. What's up, guys?
Here's my idea. Evan Bocamp, thank you. What events are you two planning to attend for 2022? Scale Nats is basically the first one.
That's in April.
Yeah. Sometimes there is a event called Crawl Masters that happens out here. That's early in the year, like February for me. And if that happens, fantastic. It's just another event to go to, and it's always competitive, so that's even better. Then we've got, let's see, that's April. Yeah. So what else happens early in the year? Is there any other big ones? Trying to remember. There's K&K, but that's June.
That's June.
I'll probably plan on going to that.
There's something, I think, there used to be something in May. Oh, well, that was Proline, but they moved that to October.
Right. We'll be going to Proline as well. October.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Axial Fest for me is end of July in
I'll
on the
be
West Coast.
in California. I'll be at that one.
I'm probably not going to go to the Midwest Axial Fest.
I probably won't make that one either.
I
can't go too crazy, you know?
I would have liked to go to Crawlapalooza in Oklahoma, but that's the same time or real close to the same time as the new Proline dates. So Proline will get the nod on that one.
Yeah. In terms of Grimger finding the best source for finding out about these events, I hate to say it, but I think it's
Scale
Facebook.
News. Or the Scale News is what you meant.
No, that show sucks. I've had to do it a few times. It's garbage. Always check your batteries before running the course. It sounds familiar. It sounds like something I should do.
Get yourself a little battery checker.
Are either of you planning on doing a video on rules? They can be very intimidating for somebody new to the hobby. I actually, I think we cover it kind of as we go through Scale Nats.
And
we kind of cover it.
That's probably something that I was going to plan on doing again.
Yeah.
There was a couple of things that I wanted to do in advance. So yeah, talking about the rules and
how to cheat.
Well, someone, one of the mods blocked that spammer.
Nate Schaub, thank you very much.
So yeah, doing that is one thing, and then I want to do another one. I did one last year on like a bunch of other people's trucks, so I want to.
Yes, that was fun. I like that one.
I want to do something like that again, maybe while trying to decide what I'm going to build for.
I'm going to go back and watch that video again of you at that event. Was that that Scale Nationals?
That was for Scale Nationals before Scale Nationals got canceled.
No, but there was one where you at the event you actually like show off everyone's trucks. Which one was that? Was that Colorado?
I did that for Scale Nationals and Colorado. At the end of each so I did the final scores, and for the top 5 drivers of each class, I grab their trucks after their run and show
Yeah.
360 around the truck and under the truck, sometimes body off.
Yeah.
It just
so
if you
check
guys
those out if you're looking for like hints on how to build a comp truck. Unfortunately, there's no lessons on how to drive it, and I think that's where, like, I mean, there are guys who can drive pretty much box stock stuff, and they can drive the wheels off stuff that's been like seriously built to be comp trucks. So,
yeah,
you know, there is a lot of experience required to be a good driver, but you will have a great time at any of these events.
Yeah.
Nate Schaub, thank you very much. Matt, if you were to do a hard body build on a Gladiator chassis, what would it be?
That's a long wheelbase, huh?
That's a long ass wheelbase. Maybe like a goofball, like long bed Chevy or something. Sort of like this CUCV that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe.
I mean, it's just with that, that's definitely going to be big.
It's a long wheelbase.
Yeah.
It's going to be something custom, that's for sure. There's nothing else out there at that wheelbase in a hard body. Not even a Defender is. Defenders are shorter than that.
Brandon Garrett, he also said, "What is the thank you?" He said, "What's the discount code for the Satisfied Jerky?" It looks like people in the chat helped him. For those that wondered, again, live stream Takeover 1521.
Yep, there you go.
So,
East Coast stuff. East Coast Scale Challenge at the end of August.
Yep.
I will try to make my way to that. I'll probably go to that.
That's one that I'll probably watch for this year. Maybe I'll go.
That'd be great to have you.
Yeah.
You can stay in the yurt.
The yurt. I'm in. You get the yurt arranged, and I'll fly somewhere where you can pick me up.
Cleveland, because then I'll pick you up on my way to. I'll pick you up on my way to Richard's place.
Yeah, that seems like
see
you're going
Smiggin's Folly for the
past
first
and
time.
then going back.
No, I go down into Cleveland,
And then
well, across and down into Cleveland, and then all the way down to the land of chili on spaghetti.
well, yeah. I mean, Pennsylvania is a hell of a place. It's very muggy, especially in August.
Oof.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
It-
Ding Dong's vids do give a lot of tips on why he drives the way he does on some complicated. I'm glad that other people are calling him Ding Dong now too. I'm so sorry, Logan. That's great.
Apologize for nothing.
I apologize for nothing.
So, yeah, there's lots of events. There's always lots of events. I do get in a role of going to the same ones a lot, but East Coast Scale Challenge is one. You're seeing it, the massive.
The thing is too short.
Yurt versus Maza Hotel. Do you mean the Ramaza Inn?
The Ramaza Inn.
Yeah. I saw someone else say the autism crawl is being moved to Bear River Reservoir or Bear River Campground, where we usually had Crawl for a Cure. Which, I mean, problem is that Tony doesn't normally get the motorhome all the way up there, so that's usually where I stay for the ASD crawls. I'm gonna have to get myself a rooftop tent.
You might have to. Oof. There's a guy in the city here who has a GMC. Is it the GMC Avalanche?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, no. GMC, I don't think there was ever an Avalanche.
You know the thing I'm talking about, right? It's like
Avalanche,
that stupid. It's like
It was a Chevy.
4-door Chevrolet Avalanche.
Yeah.
He's got one of those.
Okay.
And it's got big tires on it and a rooftop tent.
I mean.
And he lives downtown Toronto. So I'm thinking maybe he lives in that.
Oh, okay. I mean, the Avalanche. You should have just put a hard shell on the back and just
yeah,
pull
exactly.
It down.
Plenty of room in there.
So much room for activities.
Ridiculous.
But, and why is chili on spaghetti necessarily a bad thing? I
don't know.
I like both of those things. It seems like
I do like both of those things too, but it's such a, and actually that's more of a Southern Ohio thing. That's not really a Pennsylvania thing, but I don't know, just the fact that there's 2 competing chain of restaurants that have that.
Oh, really? That's not
Yeah,
just
there's
like a regional thing.
it's not. No, it's a regional thing, but there are 2 restaurants. There's Skyline Chili, and what's the other one called? Gold Star.
Huh.
Why do I know this? I know everything about chili on spaghetti. You can also, I think the way to get it is, I think they call it the 5-way. I can't remember exactly, but you get spaghetti, or pischetti, as some people might call it.
Yeah.
Slathered in chili, onions, and then a pound of shredded cheese.
I mean, this sounds freaking delicious.
Steak and Shake does it as well. Thank you, Stabby Josh.
Maybe I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds really good. Like,
it's a very wet chili, though. Like it's not like a chunky chili. It's like they've almost pureed it.
okay. Well, that seems like it could be a little better. But I'm just saying, it sounds delicious. I am in.
I mean, we'll give it a shot. Maybe.
Let's go.
Jesse Sleppy wants to know a good source for 3D bodies, 3D printed bodies, I presume you mean, and the files with which to print them. I like Cults 3D.
And that's when you're printing them yourself. You're buying it off Colts.
Correct.
Is what was the guy who used Manitou Lou? He's not doing it anymore, is he?
I don't know what happened to that guy. He got all set up to do SLA nylon prints, which would require no sanding whatsoever, and he is gone.
He's gone. Because he was out of Australia?
No? China. Mainland China.
Same. All right.
Well, same hemisphere?
Yeah. No? So, yeah, alrighty then. Well, yeah. I don't know. I have such lofty goals that I want to try to accomplish for Scale Nationals.
You gonna do the, hey, Richard Trujillo, what are you guys talking about?
I really, really, really want to try carbon fiber or some combination of a few things. Like, we'll see. I feel like I can get some experimenting done here before too long. I've got the vacuum former now. I've got all of the things for carbon fiber. I've got the CNC router. Like, tools are not holding me back.
It's time.
It is time.
We don't have enough of that.
It is. That is definitely the case. Mainly because of like real things that we have to do every day that allow us to live civilized lives and pay our bills. Yeah.
Wives. Although, I mean, she sees me enough.
They both seem pretty so, you know.
Yeah, they're definitely understanding. Somebody was saying SC Spider-Man. What's the best filament to use? I print, now that I have a Prusa, I print almost exclusively using their filaments because they are the best for their printers. Right now I'm using Galaxy Silver. And just look at that print. Look at that. It's so smooth. It's almost, you don't have to sand it. Almost.
Yeah.
You could try a high fill primer on that. It would probably look okay. But then you'd lose some detail. So I'll give it a sand. But so good. And Galaxy Silver is great because
it looks like primer.
When you scratch the paint, it looks like metal underneath it.
Yep. Wiki. I've got little seats printed in the same.
Like, look at the detail.
How much time do you have in that printed body so far?
Look at that. Look at this, Josh.
I will give it to you. It looks fantastic.
It does look fantastic. I counted it up. I had it on the notepad on the other computer, but I think I'm at 70-ish hours so far.
Ooh. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still have a lot to go.
Yep, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does. But it's like if I were doing a scratch built body of, say, that, for example,
You'd have much.
it would be 700 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I will give you that part of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that part saved me some time. John Roberts, RC 1.6, thank you very much. Great show. King of Hammers is January 27th to February 5th, 2022. Painting question, likely from Matt, but maybe Josh. No, you don't watch this show very much. Is dew point more important than humidity for painting? For example, 55 Fahrenheit and 80% relative humidity is drier than 70 Fahrenheit with 65% relative humidity.
I watch the dew point very closely. If it's anywhere above like
Oh, stop talking.
30, I don't paint. I refuse to paint if it's higher than 30.
I would go for the 70 Fahrenheit, 65% relative humidity for painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The 55, you're getting a little cool. You're not going to get adequate.
What hair dryer do you use to dry your paint faster? Like, I mean, if I'm real short on time,
to be
I go
honest
straight
with
to a
you,
heat gun.
when it was cold, it got a little cold here a little quicker than I was hoping, and I needed to finish this truck that is just out of frame here. I took my heat gun outside because I don't have anywhere else to paint.
Okay.
And I sprayed a few coats and then already had the heat gun going and just grabbed it so I could keep it at a reasonable temperature while I was drying it.
Should have called for advice if you needed it.
Jonathan Schultz, thank you very much. Good to see you, buddy. Sent Josh one, thought you needed one also. Pops is faster on his reaction times. Trigilio, you didn't even say anything. You just said, what are you guys talking about? And then he says, night all. Wait, I need that hat. Yes, you do, Rich. I'll get you one if you want one. They're local here, so I can get you one. Can't please them all. I wear it to my client screenings, and they think it's really funny. I'm like, it's not funny. It's true. And I know which one. Like, I can see them on the Zoom screen. I'm like, you're not going to like this. I can feel it. It's usually this face. Or they have like the iPad nose when they're watching it because they don't know how to set up. And I'm like, that person's not going to like this commercial.
Yeah. It's the other way. It's this way. They're looking through the bifocal.
Are they? This one is also great.
Oh. Yeah. The laptop screen's pointed too far down.
Yeah. It's so great. Yeah. Yeah. So get Rich one of those hats. Don't let me forget.
Yeah. So many things to try and get done for Scale Nationals. I think someone had said in here earlier, I should run my current Class 2 for Class 2. It's a novel idea.
I mean, I haven't really even comped the Jelly Bean. It's sat completed, ready to go.
I mean, like, yeah, it's headphones.
Ryan, thanks for the tip about heating the paint. I already do that. It's more about the body cooling off than it is, I want that body real bad.
So the one thing I could do is I could take the carbon fiber cliffhanger body that I have here and put it onto my current Class 2 rather than the other Class 2 that I kind of have started, prototyped. It's an option. Like, I don't know yet.
The VFD.
This one isn't that. I mean, this has got the F10 axles under it.
Yeah.
Already. It's got the body. I've got a chassis that I designed. Or Brandon worked on this one with me.
Yeah.
not trying to steal his design thunder.
Brandon, can you build me a
He
chassis?
wanted it, and I was like, I'll cut it if you design it. That's fine. But I could. This was the thought, is going this route. So,
well, then you're almost done.
I mean, other than all of the hard part.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
there's still a lot of
difficult. I can cut
there.
and put together a chassis from scratch out of carbon fiber in like a few hours. I'm going to take 5 times that long to do an interior cage, and then a craft foam interior. I've got to do. Oh, it's happening.
Oh, I know it is.
Actually, I'll probably do a vacuum formed interior.
Yeah, I'm probably going to, for class 2, I'm going to run some sort of either Lexan or something interior, because I don't think it's worth spending the time trying to do a full interior for this truck.
I mean, it is to get the points, but if you need to, you can go back and watch my live feed about how easy it is to do a very custom interior, Matt. I mean, I did it from scratch. So
I refuse to ever watch that again. John Roberts RC 1.6, thanks again. Advice getting PLA to stick on the hot bed of my Prusa. I do clean the bed, maybe a warmer bed. The bed for me is always at 60.
60 for me as well. I use
alcohol wipe down. Alcohol wipes.
And are you
alcohol wipe down every single time?
Are you using the smooth bed?
Right. If you're using the textured bed,
don't use the textured bed.
You will have adhesion problems.
Agreed.
But with the smooth bed, it sticks like
every time. Every time, 60% of the time.
100% of the time, 60% of the time. I very rarely have failed prints.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I had a failed print the other day for something. I don't remember what it was. But
one of mine,
it wasn't
curled
at the start.
It
was
lifted.
a design fault. Jeremiah Salberg, thank you, sir. Josh, got my links for the 10.3 straight axle for my BS410 chassis kit and the Phoenix battery tray. Still trying to decide what trans to run. Always a difficult one. I mean, VFD is my go-to on
I like the VFD.
Everything. But beyond that. So
I know one of my friends, Jeff Underwood, who is Mod 19 or Rex Racer 19. He did the Micro Shark. Yes. He's running a VFD in his class 1.
Yep.
On a G-Speed chassis.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I plan to run a VFD in all my classes. So
yes. Are you going to do just a standard VFD, or are you going to do the twin?
Probably do the standard, because I'm not going to run dig in class 3. I'm going to run 4-wheel steer. Can't run dig in class
anything else
2, and you could probably get away with the shifting overdrive. But for simplicity's sake, I'm probably going to keep it VFD standard.
Just run the what is it, 20? Do you have 33% overdrive? 30% overdrive?
No, but we've got 21% that you can get for the regular VFD, and then I can get on the 40 plus if I need to, out of axles and stuff. So depending on what I want to run for comp only, Yeah.
I don't remember what. Oh, there's Rex Racer right now, class 1 and class 2. Hello, Jeff. Do you remember what the Team Garage Hack overdrive is on the?
It's around 30, I think.
It feels like it's in the high 30s, because this thing drags ass a lot.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, yeah. I mean, that's probably about where I want to be for. It is 30. TGH is 30. There you go. On the button.
Excel at Moose Jaw tonight?
We're going to call Moose Jaw again. We're going to do it the third Wednesday of the month, because normally...
Yes. That's what we said we were doing.
It is not.
Always the third.
It was always the first, and then it's always by the third.
Always, yeah.
On time, every time, or it's late.
Yep.
So yeah, that is 60 degrees C, because warming it to 60 degrees Fahrenheit would be very tough.
Oof. Yeah. That would be that would be extremely not warm.
Yeah. What model? Prusa, Matt and I both have the i3 Mark III.
Yeah. Plus. i3 Mark III Plus.
Sure.
Yes.
Makes sense.
There is no, it self-levels. There's no bed leveling, so you never have to do that with the BL Touch. That doesn't apply. And I wouldn't put glue stick on the smooth bed. You will ruin it for sure.
I don't use any adhesion promoting of any sort on them anymore. No glue stick, no anything else. Just right on the bed. I've never had a print come off that.
Never.
I've only ever had a print fail because of a design or lack of support that I thought I could get away with, or whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah. But
oh, he has his Prusa in the basement. Well, it might be a little bit like ambient temperature definitely affects printing. So
I've heard that, or I haven't experienced that much as being an issue. But if you're printing with PLA, you're usually a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones can be definitely more susceptible to that, as far as shrink rates and things like that, causing issues with having things pull or warp.
Yeah, like I've been printing this whole body here, and it gets to be about, I'd say, 10 degrees probably.
Yeah.
Celsius.
Yeah.
So it's usually fine. What is it right now? It's about 17. So
Henry Irvine, it hasn't been a while. Good seeing you back. Josh, did you make 90mm S8E shocks for your Capra? If so, what springs did you use? Micro Shark doo doo doo. I did. These are the 90mm. I built them from the parts available on the website. However, as you maybe have noticed, there are not springs listed on the website yet. However, these springs and everything are right off of the stock Capra shocks. And I mentioned in the video that they're too long for this, and it's got too much preload. So I need the appropriate length shocks or springs. But the reason I say that is because SCX3 springs would drop right on them as well, because you can get a 90mm SCX3 spring, and that would be a perfect fit.
Not separate, though.
What's that? You can't get them separately?
You can't buy them separately.
Are you kidding me? Well, it's
infuriating.
We'll have springs
because I
and
like
everything
that
available
shock.
before too long as well. But that's weird. I did not know that. I bet you could find some SCX3 takeoffs pretty cheap. So,
yeah.
But either way, like I said, we'll also have 80 mils available before too long. You could just run some preload. But
let me know when those are available. But let me know before everybody else.
Always. There's lots of insider trading in the RC business. Sorry to let everyone know. Matt actually buys all of the good stuff, and then that's why it's always out of stock. So
they only make one.
Right. One. I'm like, Matt, it's on the site. The thing. We made the thing today, and it's on the site. You can buy it.
Buy it now.
So.
Hey, Patina guy. Oh, good. You guys are still on. Yep, still BSing.
Every week.
Drinking bees and BSing.
Yeah. Wish it was cooler than bubbly, but
no. I don't know. I don't like drinking.
It'd keep me up too late.
I get a headache in the morning. I had my my work Christmas party last Friday. We actually got together, all of us, all like 15 of us.
First time?
Maybe more. First time indoors in whatever it's been, 18 months? Close to 20 months, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least. So, yeah, that's... There you go.
20 months. Yeah, it was awesome. We all, obviously, we've all been, vaccinated, so we could do that. But we also did rapid tests so we could just double confirm it, just to be safe.
Yep.
And, man, it was amazing. We got together at a restaurant, had our own private room, did our gift exchange. And it was just great. But I mean, the point that I was coming to was that was the first time I'd had like a significant amount of beverages in an evening in a very long time. And by like, we started around 6, and by 10, I was like, oh, I have got to slow down. And then I remember getting home at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and getting up the next morning around 8:30 to take the dog out. And Rebecca's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not hungover. I've just got a really bad headache. And then I think all I did was watch TV and eat garbage all day long. Because I was just a mess. It's like, yeah. I got to get a breakfast burrito.
Yeah, I need a breakfast burrito. Something with bacon and sausage.
Yes. Potatoes. Hot sauce. Oh. It was such a great party, though. It was so great to see everybody again. It was so nice.
Yes, agreed. Oh, it's weird how...
Just like when I get to see you in real life for the first time, I'm going to be so happy. And then it'll all wear off when I realize what I've done.
Hey, we talked like 2 days ago on Wednesday, remember? Like, yeah.
Yeah, hey. So what else is new?
So, yeah, that's...
Well, I'm here now.
I'm looking forward to Scale Nationals. You know, just for everything. I haven't been back to Alabama for a while.
I've never been to Alabama. That's one state I don't think I've been to. Well, there's a few. Utah, Alabama.
Missing some of the good ones, too.
I know.
I mean, as far as crawling, especially. Yeah, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, there's still some good stuff.
I've been to Georgia. I like Georgia.
I haven't found like great crawling in Georgia but Tennessee and Alabama both had some good stuff. Yeah, it'll be a good one, especially that little area or that spot specifically, pretty epic. So, but next time there's an event in Utah, you got to make it because there's nothing better than Utah terrain.
It's true. I from what I've seen of it, it just looks spectacular. We can go mountain biking afterwards. You've got a mountain bike.
I do. I have an e-bike even. But I also have the ability to have a vehicle so that I could just drive to where.
I guess we could wheel too.
Yeah.
Go wheeling. We're going to drive to Utah. Henry Urbina, thanks very much. This is for your Motrin to take before you go to bed so you don't wake up with a headache. I tried everything. I think it was just, I was still dealing with the vertigo too, so it was probably that.
John Ming had a question here. He says, can you attend Scale Nationals as a spectator only? Absolutely. You don't need to buy a ticket. You don't need to do anything. You just drive up, park, and then walk around. Yell at people on the course. Heckle them.
Don't heck that stuff. I'm not good with that. I always want to participate
in the heckling
while I'm driving. Yeah, I suck at this.
I'm usually trying to talk to the camera while driving on course.
What's up, guys? Just doing class 2 here.
Yeah.
Pretty tough obstacle.
That's running courses with Schultz. Usually we heckle a little bit back and forth but during I say that, but Schultz and I actually we go game time when we're on course. Usually we're yelling at each other, be like, get this done, move to the next gate, stop screwing around. It's very,
you jackass.
Yeah, it is on goal. Let's get through this course. Stop making dumb decisions.
DK, I figured out Matt and Josh. Vanquish makes a thing. Josh tells Matt. Matt buys all the things. Josh needs a thing. Matt sells it to Josh. Josh never uses it. Circle of life. That's really close to what actually happens.
Right.
Wester Wheeler, Matt, plan a trip to Zion. Oh, yes. When you get to southern Utah, let me know. I'll show you my favorite areas.
Yep.
I'm in. Thanks, Logan.
I actually really like the Salt Lake area, too.
Mm-hmm. Checkered Past asked, didn't Randall move there for the crawling? I believe he did.
I mean, I think that there was more than just that reason. It was like, I could leave California. Reason one.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Still work for Axial.
Yeah. All right. Check those two things off. I don't know if I need any more information here. Like, oh, there's rocks. Bonus.
Cool. Afford a home?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, this is a great point here. Oh, hey, Tony Mazza. You are welcome at AAC22 in the Mazza Hotel. Thank you, Tony.
See, there you go. When was that? That's August. So you can just stay after Axial Fest, I guess. Just work remotely from California.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm very important there. They'll let me do whatever I want. I'm important, but it usually goes like this. Hey, there's this thing coming in. I was kind of hoping to take a vacation. No, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty then.
You're more important here than anywhere else. But Matt Romero makes an excellent point about comps. 6 minutes may seem like a long time, but on course, it's never enough.
It flies by. When I was running,
God, does it ever?
When I was running this Capra this weekend, I just set my own 10-gate course, set a timer, and I had my AirPods in, so I could ask Siri what my time remaining was.
Oh,
just to keep
smart.
Just to keep me on. You can also do a timer on your radio if you like. Common race thing, but I didn't have to look at my radio or anything then. It was just go off my ear. So it's nice to be able to do that. And you practice 6 minutes. It
goes so fast.
It does. Like
any decision that you're making in your head about how to approach a line is time wasted. Just go. Just get there.
Walk a course before you drive it.
If you can, if you're allowed to. Some places don't allow it, but if you can.
Everywhere allowed. I've never been to a place that didn't allow it.
Okay.
Walk the course. Take a look at the gates. The other thing is that oftentimes the line for a gate is not the line that looks like the obvious drive up to it. Sometimes you're going to come around and then like sneak across. Have a plan in your head. Maybe have 2 plans for each gate. Think it through. And then when you're on course, things don't surprise you as much. Things will still surprise you because you'll be like, oh, I didn't think that was going to be nearly that difficult. Or, and the other thing is that don't make gates between gates. Like, don't drive over an obstacle that is hard between a gate that doesn't matter if you don't have to. Just drive around it. Like,
yeah, if you can drive around it without having a reverse penalty or anything, just drive around it.
And that's the other thing. Don't get penalties for no. If you hit something or do whatever, like take a big ass circle and drive around. Like just
nothing's stopping you.
But you have to remember that time. Like you have to keep moving because man, 10 minutes does go or 6 minutes does go fast.
6 minutes flies. Oni said California is a great place to be from. I think he's assuming that you would just leave there. Randall owned a house years before he moved to Utah. In Utah, I guess.
Yes,
right?
He was renting it, I believe. He was renting it out to people.
And then Cody Vandenberg, probably with the comment of the night, when is the 2022 Comp Stance calendar coming out? Send us your submissions. Maybe we'll make a calendar.
Tony found the instance I was incorrect in. Tony says, I call BS. Crawlmasters does not allow you to see the course prior to running. And that is very true. Well, that's not totally true, Tony. The last one did allow you to. Remember that indoor got a damn thing? Terrible.
Sometimes, though, like there were certain courses where it's like expressly prohibited that you walk the course beforehand to check it out.
Interesting.
East Coast Scale Challenge was that way, I believe. K&K is also that way, too.
With what?
Like, you can walk you're when you are waiting in line to comp at K&K, you are not allowed to go into the comp area.
Oh yeah, but you
check
can
out
like
the lines.
look around it.
Yeah, it's not the same
Yeah, I agree.
view.
I agree.
DK goes, my wife disagrees that 6 minutes is a long time.
I mean, really, if you once 6 minutes, it's like time's up. Like usually you're
done.
The goal is to be finished before that. Either way.
Moose Jaw said, we got models for CompStan's calendar. Mods are waiting with their poses.
Oh my god.
I would actually, that would be a killer calendar. I can actually see that doing pretty well. If we got some sponsors on board for that, that would be hilarious.
I think that it could be a good calendar as well if we hired the appropriate models for, like.
Now you're talking. Yes.
Willing to put in the research. So.
All right. Hey, before we get close to the end here, I might as well show this build off because I've been waiting a while now. Now that it's snowy, I think it's appropriate.
Before you do, one last one. Freddie Hammond says, what is the best 3D printer for a beginner asking for a friend? Ender 3s are great.
Ender 3.
Levels, Pro, V, whatever. Like, find which one is kind of the best there. Get a decent, whatever their top of the line for the 3 is probably what I would tell you to go with. If you can swing it though,
Prusa.
Getting a Prusa, it's like the amount of cheap printers I've owned. Like, say for a beginner, if you get a Prusa, it's going to make everything a lot easier. But
100%.
It's not like one of those things.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it really is. And Michael 5 Dime, thank you, sir. Good to see you around. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, Matt, will you show us this?
Yes. Slow Crawler scale nats are in Alabama this year.
Gadsden, Alabama.
Gadsden, Alabama. All right, so a couple of years ago, Ken Block made a Raptor on tracks. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what? Hey, Michael 5 Dime, thanks very much. Keep it up. I will. Thank you. I was inspired by that truck because, you guys know I love my tracks. I can't help myself, whether they be half-tracked or full-tracked or whatever. So I was inspired by that truck. It's a Raptor. This is not a Raptor. It's a van. But here it is. The Huna van. This is the Coyote
the
body.
Charisma Coyote body.
Charisma
on a TRX4
Coyote body on a TRX4 with
tracks.
I've got a full interior in there from Night Customs, which I'm pretty proud of. It looks pretty good, I'd say. It's got like a curtain in the back there that I actually used sticky felt on, so it looks like a real fabric curtain. Full My Trick RC light kit, so we've got headlights. Oops, grill's a little off center there. I'll fix that later. Headlights, a couple of light bars. It's got rock lights too.
What does that logo in the middle of the grill say?
That's the Chevy Ford logo. James printed that up for me. He's like, I think you'll like this. I said, I think I will. I think I will appreciate that. I got some snowboards on the back there, and this is all paint. Everything is paint. The monster logos are paint. The full camo is paint. Everything is pretty awesome. I even swapped. I painted the tracks, yes, so they match everything too, and the diff covers.
Yep.
What else did I do? I swapped out the stock servo because that would not survive these tracks at all. So it's got a high-powered Spectrum servo on there, and I put the 2300 kV 2-in-1 in there too. So this thing is gonna rip. I'm very pleased with this.
You did such a good job on the body.
Thanks. It's got inner fenders.
Yes.
It's got inner fenders in there, so.
Yes, you did a great job on the body.
I'm pretty happy with the paint job. Like, everything is paint. That's all paint.
How'd you get the, I don't even know. I can't. Is that a little 3D printed snowboard?
No, these are from the Tamiya Tundra kit that I've had since I had a Tundra.
That Tundra High Lift had snowboards?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, definitely did not remember that.
I put a little antenna in there, and this ladder comes with the van kit. I swapped out shocks so they're blue, King shocks as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun truck to drive
whose
around.
King shocks did you use?
Don't worry about it. They're RC 4-wheel drives.
I mean, it has tracks. You don't have to worry about it performing anyway. Like,
yeah, exactly.
The King shocks can't make it worse, at least.
It's going to be in the snow most of the time anyway, right? So, you know what that needs is a spare tire on the back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
A 2.2. One massively out of scale spare tire on the back.
I used on point paint for this whole thing. Fun fact: there is no dark green like this, like these bits. So I used their tint, and then I sprayed the same green that you see here. So you can make up a bunch of your own colors when you do that. So there you go.
Well, I would have done as well.
I'm sure you would have.
Glad you took my advice.
Anyway, that Charisma body is probably the best van body on the market.
It is. Until that MST comes out.
DLT or whatever comes out.
Right. But that thing is going to be tiny. Like under a 10-inch wheelbase. So,
yeah. I am very excited to do a running video with this, though. I think it's going to look hilarious.
I mean, it looks so good. It just has to have tracks. Like,
obviously, it had to.
It is the appropriate. I have seen the Raptor in person.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it around here somewhere still.
I'll send you a bunch of pictures, but they all have my face in it.
Ew.
So you'd have to look at that. Which would be funny to see. You have those printed out around your shop. Just laying down.
How many passes of tint? I think I did two coats to get that color. But I was pretty chuffed with how that paint turned out. That was a long process to do the monster logos in paint.
Yeah.
Like, that was not easy to do that. Because it's like 4 or 5 different masks and layers and...
Right. You had to take off shoot a little tint, take it out, shoot.
No, there's no tint for that.
No? There's 2 different shades.
For the monster, yeah, but what I do is I roll up a little tube of masking tape.
Yeah.
And just lightly stick it down and then spray a couple of quick coats and it creates like a fade, right? Because it's not a perfectly solid strip. So it creates a fade, and then you add the next color.
See?
Oh, and I did all the panel lines on the outside.
Ridiculous. What are the little oval stickers do you have on the back there?
What's the bumper sticker say? I can't read that.
Kill all tires, I see.
Yeah, there's a Hoonigan Kill All Tires. And those are like places it's been. So, Death Valley, Yosemite, is that? Yosemite, and then something in, the River to River Trail. So, I don't know.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know where that is either.
I'm sure we should.
But anyway,
I'm sure
it's
famous.
That's the build. I'm pretty pleased
Well,
with
you
that
did
one.
a fantastic job. Now, which one are you going to replace in the background? Gladiator?
I guess Gladiator, eh? Because the mud truck has to take a bit of a hiatus
Why?
because it's frozen.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. But that's almost done too. The last thing I'm working on is getting windshield wipers to work.
You gonna put fast windshield wipers on it?
Yeah. And then I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to use the 2-part waterproofing
Mm-hmm. To give it the
thing
hydrophobic look.
To give it the hydrophobic look.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Panel lines, I cut the overspray film into very thin lines and then sprayed black.
I bet you've changed out the X-Acto tip for that.
Oh. You know
Did
how
you
many
use your
tips I went
double
through
X-Acto?
for this one?
Did you use your double X-Acto blade?
Yeah. Of course I did.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to replace there. I guess the Gladiator will have to get relegated down to the bottom
Yeah, that's...
to make room for it.
Oh.
Let's do that right now.
Dad's RC Workshop says needs a half marathon bumper sticker. It really needs the 0.0.
Yeah, 0.0.
Yeah.
I have that on the one of the bumper sticker sets. I did that one. I should put that on there. It's a totally good idea. All right, let's make some room. Hope it fits.
Now it's got tracks, so it doesn't need a stand, right?
No, it does not need a stand. That looks pretty good back there.
It does. I agree.
I'm glad that's done though. That was a laborious paint job.
I mean, it looks like it. It's laborious to look at for sure.
It's a labor of, I'm not going to say love. It was a labor.
It was yeah, but man, it did turn out good.
Thanks, man.
Minus the tracks, I'm a big fan.
I think I don't know, man.
No, it's
I
perfectly
think it actually
on brand with the idea. The scale version of that Raptor, pretty much, just nailed it.
Just as a van.
As a van, honestly, I could see them doing that.
Traxxas?
No, Hoonigan.
Oh yeah, I have to make sure I tag them when
Yes.
I put it out into the world.
And so,
Cool.
get yourself some good photos of that.
Don't you have another van?
What's that?
Yeah, I definitely got it. David Ferris was asking, don't you have another van you're working on? No, I did. That was a giveaway van body that had a bunch of RC Nerds parts on it and was given away during the 50K giveaway.
Yeah.
That was
quick,
the
Alex
damn van.
The John Claude Dam van. Alex Fontana was saying that there is a Phoenix still available. Oh, Alex, you can. Well, I can't do it now, and I can't see it. Anyway, someone was saying there was a Phoenix still available somewhere near, and then it got deleted. And so, sorry.
Oh,
It's a mystery now. Sorry.
Moose Jaw just said, I can relate to that laborious statement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Painting is no joke, especially on
and yeah,
Lexan and
Moose
stuff.
Jaw's got a couple of pretty laborious ones. He did the Crawl for a Cure VS410 one, which had that was great looking pink and white camo, and then he just did a couple of firefighter themed ones. So you can check out.
There were a lot of little logos on that one.
Moose Jaw's website for that, and it was near Big Bear Lake. There you go. That's where that VS410 Phoenix is available. Shop near there. Anyway, check out Moose Jaw's Instagram for that. Also, next week, Joe, plan
to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stood us up another week in a row. So next week.
He's so unreliable, that guy.
Oh, yeah. But
maybe I should run these Proline shocks without any oil in them. Just keep it really low.
In what? Oh, on your
the comp truck.
Right. I mean, it's not very scalar. It's
This show is over.
This show is over. It'd be much more scalar if you didn't.
Oh, God. Oni said, you're doing something wrong. I've watched Hemistorm, and those paint jobs take minutes. And it's like he just goes, tss, 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 and then it's done. I was like, I've asked Chris a bunch of times. I'm like, surely you're skipping some coats. He's like, no, I barely put any paint on these at all. I was like, you are full of shit. Perry G, thanks so much. I can tell those tracks are bias ply because of the flat spots. They do look a little flat. This looks really good back here. I don't even know if, like, shelf queening it. I'm not even going to run it.
I think that's your best bet. I mean, that's always your best bet with anything with tracks. But I think you just need to add another shelf above, and you just start
Maybe I should, huh? Because you can get these as just a single, which is what this one is over here. So I could put another level in.
Just saying.
I'm running out of space. We got trucks everywhere.
I know.
Same. All right, let's end this sucker.
End it. My viewer activity was not open, so I missed them.
Thank you to the Wrecking Crew Hobbies, Gunnar Nissen, Brian Harrison, Nate Schaub, John Roberts RC 1.6, Jonathan Schultz, John Roberts, Henry Urbina, Michael Five Dime, and Perry G.
The ones that I do have, I apologize to the ones I missed before. Evan Beaucamp, Brandon Garrett. I know Jonathan Schultz was in there. Jeremiah Salberg, Henry Urbina, Freddie Hammond, Michael Five Dime. And I know I missed a bunch of others, and I apologize for that. So next Wednesday, again, same bat time.
Yep. I'll be back probably next Tuesday. I think I'll film a What's on the Bench, and then I'll feature.
Yes.
Why can't I put that
you
truck
should
over there?
Film a What's on the Bench, and then do a companion live video following.
Oh, that's a good idea.
People can and post it in there. Talk about, like, if you have further questions on these, join the live stream.
You're a great marketing guy.
Do that, because those What's on the Bench videos are great.
I do enjoy them myself. Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoyed your video.
Friday
one. It makes me want to do more of the STL Sundays. Once a month,
it's fun to do
something.
It's fun to do the how-to vids.
The ones that we like. The ones that we like, even
yeah.
though people don't watch.
Yes. It's not about people watching.
It is. That's why.
Is that why we do these?
Yeah. I talk to myself enough. Did you know some people don't have an internal monologue? And they're just like, I was talking to someone today. They're like, I don't have a voice in my head. What?
Oh man, mine's always talking to me.
Yeah. I'm like, what happens when you read? Like, I just read the words. I know what the words mean. Like, you don't read them to yourself in your head? Like, no. Like,
oh no. So
I looked it up, and evidently it's a thing. Some people don't have an internal voice.
I like mine. I'm probably a little bit meaner to myself than I should be, but.
Oh, I'm not even going to tell you. Mine's rude.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping. He didn't pop in, but Moose Jaw's like, before you leave, say Seafart Fire Truck. I love it.
All right.
Cool. All right. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait, hey, what are you building on Friday?
It's a great question. I don't know. I've got that VS410 Phoenix to finish up some wiring on. I've got things. So, yeah, I don't know yet.
Great. Sounds exciting. Be sure to tune in.
Yeah, Nicole will be there.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
All right, everyone. All right. Thanks so much. We'll see you again next time.
Later. Bye.
Love you. Bye.